Choosing a name for your child can be a daunting task. Some parents like traditional names, while others prefer more unusual monikers. The final choice is up to you, but that doesn't mean you should make a hasty decision. Here are the most unique baby names that are growing in popularity. Parents don't have to reinvent the wheel to give their kids unique names. Sometimes you can just put a little twist on a name that's already popular, using uncommon spellings of more common names. Baby name expert and founder of BabyNameWizard.com, Laura Wattenberg, told Today's Parent in an interview, parents are using a lot of unconventional vowel combinations as a way for a name to stand out. That could mean replacing names that end in Y with not just one, but two I's. Lily becomes Lillii, or Molly becomes Mollii.
Oh, that's very pretentious.
According to the expert, parents are also opting for AE combos. For example, LAEYLA instead of the ever-popular LAYLA. The IY combination is also increasing in popularity, which means names like Mia have started transforming into MIYA. Although swapping letters for similar-sounding ones will make for a unique, distinctive name, it's worth noting that these names will only stand out on paper. Saerah still sounds like Saerah, regardless of how it is spelled on the child's birth certificate. Pop culture has always had a big influence on baby names, and it's no different now. The name Miles started to rise in popularity after Chrissy Teigen and John Legend welcomed their second child, Miles. The couple's first child, Luna, also provided some baby name inspo for prospective parents. As it happens, even the couple's first names went on to become more popular. The baby name experts at Baby Center have noticed a greater uptick in power couple names. Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande may have broken up a while back, but their names had a big presence in the headlines while they were together, serving as inspiration to a new wave of baby Petes and little Arianas. Thanks to Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin's whirlwind romance, Baby Center predicted both of their names to rise on the charts throughout the year as well. Sure, it's unusual to name your children after celebrity couples, and maybe even a little awkward if those celebs break up, but you've got to get your names from somewhere, right? In 2018, Black Panther shattered records and had one of the biggest opening weekends, to the tune of $202 million. At the 91st Academy Awards, Black Panther won 3 Oscars. The film received a 97% score on Rotten Tomatoes and was well received by audiences. You really couldn't help but become obsessed with the fictional world of Wakanda and all of the characters in the film. The superhero movie didn't just stay relegated to Hollywood, though. Baby name expert Laura Wattenberg told Today's Parent that it introduced a whole new realm of names, including T'Challa, Okoye, Ramonda, Zuri, and plenty others. But should you name your baby after the comic book characters? Comedian Kevin Fredericks offered his opinion.
You can name your baby whatever you want. It's their life to ruin. It's their cross to bear. She gonna go by Drea anyway.
He's not wrong. Some parents seem to just be hoping for warmer weather when naming their newborns. According to Baby Center, more and more parents are naming their babies not just after any location, but after southern areas of the U.S. In recent years, the experts have predicted that Texas would serve as unusual inspiration for parents. Texas towns Dallas and Austin were expected to become increasingly popular baby names. Charlotte, North Carolina, and Savannah, Georgia were also predicted to inspire names and climb the charts. The trend is unusual, but it actually follows a similar warm weather pattern from the year prior. The name Tennessee became 31% more popular for boys and 21% for girls in 2018. Areas within Tennessee also became a trendy choice. Memphis and Nash, a possible derivative of Nashville, picked up steam throughout the year, while parents also started to favor Raleigh, the capital of North Carolina, and Macon, a city in Georgia. You may not think there's a whole lot of names that end in the letter W, but that won't be the case for long. Baby name expert Laura Wattenberg told Today's Parent that W is, quote, a hot last letter to look for. This means traditional names like Matthew and Andrew, or more unique names like Sparrow and Snow, could be popular choices in the years to come. Wattenberg even predicted that the name Bartholomew will be making a comeback. Yes, that's right, Bartholomew. As a biblical name, it has obviously been around for a while, but it hasn't exactly been popular all this time. When considering an unusual name like this, it's also advisable to think about what nicknames your child might be called. One woman revealed on BabyNameWizard.com that her boyfriend is named Bartholomew, but everyone calls him Bart. If you're concerned about the Simpsons correlation, you might just want to steer clear of this one.
Name. Name. My name is...
For a more modern W ending, Wattenberg suggested the name Crew. It's still unique, without being too different. It's a name that seems to be growing in popularity. You may have heard it as the name of the fifth child of Fixer Upper hosts Chip and Joanna Gaines. While it's generally not advised to name your child something unusual just for kicks, it is becoming more common to name your child after kicks. That is, footwear. Yes, shoes have started to inspire their own unique genre of baby names. While you probably won't be introduced to a baby named Birkenstock anytime soon, at least we hope not, sneaker-inspired names like Converse-inspired Chuck and Taylor, as well as Vans-inspired Van, started to trend in 2018, according to Baby Center. And this pattern has only continued. Names like Falcon, Stan, and Smith, which come from Adidas shoe line, were expected to become more popular. Baby name experts even predicted that some other brand names, like Puma, would begin to take off. And that's just what happened. Nevertheless, if you're not really into sneakers, you might want to weigh your options carefully before making the commitment to name your little one after your favorite footwear. While feminine names were once all the rage, the modern era is seeking more ambiguous monikers. While gender-neutral names like Jamie or Dana have been around for a long time, parents these days are not just sticking to the classics. According to Nameberry, these names are going to range from somewhat familiar unisex names, like Robin, to some highly unusual names, like Briar, Story, Royal, Revel, Journey, and even Justice. Whether parents go with a traditional or unusual unisex name, one thing is for sure. Speaking to the New York Post, Linda Murray, global editor-in-chief and overall name expert, said, "This generation is truly interested in gender-neutral names." While gender fluidity has certainly had an influence on this baby name trend, Pamela Satrin, baby name expert and co-founder of Nameberry, told the publication that it's not the sole reason. According to her, a lot of people choose unisex names because they think they're cool or they're meaningful to themselves, but they raise their kids in a very gender-specific way. You may think you've heard of everything when it comes to baby names, but baby name expert Laura Wattenberg predicted that edgy names that actually imply danger are surprisingly on the rise. Eyebrow-raising names like Gunner, Trigger, and Shooter actually started increasing in popularity in the mid-2010s, according to Nameberry, but violent names just keep on keeping on. As Wattenberg put it to today's parent, there's no longer a limit on how hyper-macho we'll go with boys' names.
Touch, Rust Rod.
Reef, Blast Body. Big, McLarge, Huge.
While any one of these names would certainly make for an unusual moniker for your newborn, the trend is admittedly disconcerting. If you're having trouble wrapping your mind around this trend, the baby name expert revealed a possible reason for the uptick in dangerous-sounding names. Gender-neutral names have started to become more common. As such, girl names have become more masculine. Boy names, on the other hand, have become even more masculine, or as the case may be, violent. If you're looking for baby name inspiration, you might not have to look any further than a box of crayons. Baby name site Nameberry has predicted plenty of colorful names on the rise, with extra emphasis on pastel hues. Gray, or its alternate British spelling Grey, is thought to top blue as both a middle and first name. Mauve, lilac, ivory, fawn, sage, and ash are some other color variations to choose from. Parents even have the option to combine some top trends. If you're looking for a colorful name that also ends in the letter W, yellow might just be the ticket. Of course, what's on trend now may not be so hot in 30, 40, or 50 years. That's not to say you can't name your baby saffron or slate or tawny or whatever color you desire. But not every color name is guaranteed to have the same staying power as ruby or scarlet. Yoga and meditation have become more mainstream across the United States. Even children are getting involved in the ancient practice. This might just be the reason Eastern religious names and mythological names have become more popular. Although you may not have met anyone named Bodhi, you might know of Bodhi Yoga. Baby name expert Pam Satrin said names after mythological gods and goddesses like Asherah, Kali, Lakshmi, and Rama will start to become more mainstream as well. It's always a good idea to do your homework when considering any of these ancient names. The name Kali, which has increased in popularity since 2018, sounds beautiful and simple, but is actually the name of a dark goddess. Translated from Sanskrit, her name literally means "she who is death." That might lead to an awkward conversation with your daughter someday. Minimalism has become an increasingly popular lifestyle and aesthetic over recent years, but who could have imagined that the less is more philosophy would also be able to influence baby names? Nameberry revealed that popular 4-letter names like Emma are taking a backseat to sleek, shorter 3-letter names. While some super short names are fairly traditional, like Ida or May, others are much more unusual, like emerging names Rio, Koa, and Jem. If you're thinking of going with a minimalist name, you also have the opportunity to embrace some other unusual trends. Van made Nameberry's list because of its 3 letters, but this moniker also happens to be a popular one among the sneakerhead crowd. Rex too fits the bill for a minimalist name, but it also has what baby name expert Laura Wattenberg called the official turbocharger of names and words, the letter X. The late Robin Williams loved the Legend of Zelda video game series so much that he named his daughter after the titular character. Thankfully, the young Williams grew up to be a fan of the series and became something of a gamer herself. Although she was named after the Nintendo princess back in the late 80s, video game-inspired baby names have only gotten more popular. As Laura Wattenberg put it, every year the new crop of games gives us a new crop of names. The expert revealed that some of the most popular names could come from Final Fantasy, Dishonored, and League of Legends, with names like Noctis, Corvo, and Xayah. Role-playing games can be influential when it comes to baby names, even when those names get a little out of control. The good news, you don't even have to be a gamer to appreciate some of the awesome baby names that stem from them. Nameberry provided dozens of video game-inspired names, and while it's true some of them may be best left to the gaming console, like Mortal Kombat's Cyrax, there are plenty of names that work just as well in real life too, like Jax and Jeddah. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about your favorite trends are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.